Championship of trials. We are doing the 26-inch trials.
4, 3, 2, 1,
and off we go. That's Oliver Waitman, Danny Barron, Marty Vareda, Julian Sainz, Jack Carthy, and Charlie Rolls. Give us a comment, give us a wave, let us know where you're watching from, who you are, who you're rooting for.
So first up, Oliver Waitman.
The vibes in Aarhus are fantastic. It's about 20 degrees or more now. It feels very, very warm. I'm dead getting burnt here. Festival, summertime vibes going on here in Aarhus. But you're not here for the festival, summertime vibes. You're here to watch some of the best riders in the world compete for that graced European jersey. Will it be another European jersey that Jack Carthy is yet to wear because he always has a World Championship jersey? Will it be a Spaniard? Will it be Danny Barron? We've just seen Vera Barron, his sister, win the women's elite. Let's go through some of these sections before they start here. They're just climbing over them like mountain goats, making sure they know where they're going. Right, first off, gate 1A. This is the first gate. Give you some perspective, this is about my nipple height. That's the first part of the gate there. 1A, they must go up this. Okay, so 1A's there, dropping down to 1B. 2A is up here. They've moved the flags now. The flags were up here within the semi-finals. They've come down here, meaning it's going to be very difficult to gap from this podium here. So the run up here is not particularly fun either, up to there. This one is monstrous. Look at Charlie Roll standing there, look. So because of this tape here, the only way is a side hop. Look at the size of that jump. Charlie's sizing it up. Now Charlie qualified in the first position, so he has the advantage of going in the last position. He can see what his competitors do. But look at that. I stood up there yesterday and got a nosebleed. That's just 3A, but what makes it difficult is that once they're up there, they have to go the correct way because there's another gate there, 1C, that they might catch. So, there is Mr. Oliver Waitman. Now a regular fixture to the top 6 within qualifying. Hailing all the way from Derbyshire, Great Britain, a previous junior world champion. Straight away, 1A. I'm going to go around it. You need to turn up on that. And up to 1C, which is exiting off the E towards us. Incredible. Straight up onto the 1 like it's nothing. It's going to take the huge gap over to 2B. Incredible. There's 20 points there. What will he do on this ginormous E? This, and of course it's the wrong way for him because he's going to have to come back in the direction of the N. Takes the pedal, yeah. No shame there. But importantly, how they turn, because there's a gate, they've got to make sure they don't go back through. Oh, of course, it's 3A, so they can go back through there, correct. I wonder if anyone will be able to get straight up there with a direct side hop, because that is huge. 4A. Yeah, this is one of the tallest sections, to be fair. Not all the sections are this tall. Okay, 5A is up on top of the letter A there. Oh, just pinging back there. Huge drop down off that A. Not getting enough weight forward. 30 points for Mr. Oliver Waitman. They can go back for it because it's an A gate, isn't it?
I know,
Yes.
yeah. I realised they can go back,
There we go. When Steve and I were watching this, was wondering how they would turn around on the letter E, but of course they can go back for it because it's an A gate. Danny Barron qualifying in the 5th position, ready to go here. Again, another regular fixture to the top 6 here. It's of course 3 Spanish riders versus 3 British riders. That's just the way it went here. No spawn, they're not allowed to drop directly 2 meters to the floor, so that's why they have obstacles like that to stop the direct drop to the floor. Now Danny's going to go up to this one here. Look how big it is in comparison to the observers. It's about my shoulder height. Straight up. Now, huge gap over. Now, how will he take this? It is more left foot favourable if anyone's going to side op it, because you get a little bit more room on this. Yeah, that is huge. I stood on top of that block yesterday, and it's up to my shoulder height. I'll have to get an official measurement later, but 3B, so 20 points so far. 4A is up this G here. It's quite overwhelming being in this section. It's like I'm boxed in against lots of skyscrapers. It's just ginormous monoliths. Huge up to front. And of course the huge gap to front with the switch there for B. That's the 4C there. Look at the size of that gap. He had to sort of clear this tape on the top there. That's why he was going so vertical there. 5A, big gap over there. Yeah, the height rule, I believe it's purely for safety reasons. Straight through to 5B. 40 points for the Spaniards. Out of time there. It might be able to be done, but who, if anyone's going to get the side up that E? That is ginormous. Can it be Martí Vareda of Spain, currently in on the starting block now? Just 2 minutes to gain as many points as he can.
He starts his final. Balancing on that angle. Great rear wheel control. A knife edge as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
10 points there for Marty.
10 points straight away for the Spaniard there.
Oh, we're going to see another huge gap here from the number 1.
Now look at the size of this gap. I'm in the letter E here just to give you this perspective. Wow. Now, what's he going to do with the letter E? Of course, he is right foot forward, so he's got to come and attack it from this angle here. Is he going to go tactical? Has he got the minerals? Has he got the height? Size of it. The height of the handlebars when on the rear wheel. Could you imagine that? Even getting up there to put a foot up there is a lot of work. Using that dab to really turn himself around. He's going to go over to 3B, which is the other side of that end. I almost need to stand back a little bit because it's so big, some of this stuff. Can't gap directly to 4A because there is tape on the floor here. So they've got to go from the floor. Not a nice run up here because of this kind of train track in the middle here. Goes for a hook. Full English breakfast.
great job of jumping around over here.
I think there.
4A, 4B.
Yeah, they've called the 5 there, unfortunately, because he's missed that gate there. Yeah, I think there was some shouting from... I did hear some shouting from the Spanish there, but of course no one's allowed to help there, and you could see as he was going up for that gate there, that's what caused the fight, unfortunately. Julian Sainz, can he do this?
There's anyone that might get to this big cycle, we'll see, but first gate.
Yeah, super powerful rider, Julian.
That turn. This will be. And then 1C, 10 points.
Very tidy. These riders are making that first gate look like Charles play, and I can certainly assure you it is not.
Huge gap. Very effortless. We looked at these sections, Steve-O, Matt and I, and we thought, how is anyone going to do this? But they are getting through it. Unfortunately, it's the time that's against them. Has Julian got the power to get up this? He's got it! Wow! Wow! That is humongous. Not only that, it does not favour the right foot forward rider. That is absurd. That is going to be able to separate him from the other riders. Huge up to front. Another switch. Unfortunately, it's coming back down there. He's got to come back up there to get to that. Because 4B is on top of that end there. Oh, brake just slipping on the way through there. That is going to eat into it. Taking the turn. Wow, the speed there. Ah, bit too quick, and he just tapped into this obstacle here. And of course, with the tape on it. Wow. Everyone wanted to see that side up. He got it. Wow. Ola is proud. Someone's done it. He's very happy that someone has done his side hop. Can this man do it? Hailing from Yorkshire, the current world champion, Jack Carthy, knows he has got to motor on. No one has got through this section. Can he do it? Will he enjoy this trial? This is your man who can do it, if anyone can do it. Qualifying the 6th position because it was just one penalty point that was occurred by Jack in the semi-finals. 7-time world champion is Jack. Will he get the side hop? I think it does slightly favour a left foot forward, but it's still ginormous. Even Jack takes the pedal there, but you got to remember, this is a man who's graced that rainbow jersey many times. He doesn't want to be taking any silly mistakes. He is a champion at heart. Slightly different line on 4A here. Oh, even Jack also not holding it on the rear, but what's he going to do? He's going to do a huge hook. Wow, the size of that hook. Monstrous. That was almost. Did he mean to do that? I think Jack held that on rear wheel. Is that almost signaling like, I can do this, I've got size, I've got power? 3A, sorry, 6A, 6B, big skids here.
Come on, let's go. Get behind him. Get behind him. He needs to get out the end of the section. Wow.
He got it, 50 points. Incredible. If we can get Matt to stand next to that, Steve, just stand next to this, just show how big this is. That was just a way of saving time rather than going back to the G. Wow. Now, your first leader. The pressure's been put on now for Mr. Charlie Rolls. He's got to get a good score here to really get him in good pace for this. Speeding through. He knows the time is going to be against him. He knows that Ula loves to set a very tight course. Will want to try and get this as fast as he can. Can I keep up here? Front wheel. Yeah, very confident with the front hem. What's Charlie going to do here? I think it's going to be a bit beyond his abilities here, but we could be surprised here. He might do it. He might maybe take this to the pedal. Yep. Much safer. Now being very careful of this tape there. That's a little safe way of getting around that tape, definitely. Holding it on the front. 4C, doesn't miss the gate. Now up to 5A. Yeah, Damon, we was with some Danish fans of yours yesterday. They really want to come to the UK and meet you, Damon. So big shouts to the comments there. 5C, 5B, motoring through. Let's get a different angle here of this last gate. Huge letter P. He's in, he's locked. 50 points for the Brits. Now, the JST bucket section. Ollie already in the section. Have I got time to show you this before we get started? I think they're probably going to call time to get started here. Yep, Ryder is definitely in the section, so I think Oliver Waitman of GB.
JST bucket section, bucket list section.
Gate 1A is through the middlemost part of that bucket. Look at that. There's almost a little bit of a kicker there, but can it be used? Yo! Incredible. All that kicker work's been paying off. That's reminiscent of the Malverns Classic. 10 points now for the Derbyshiremen. Taking a line from the top here to get to gate 2, which is on the end of that very branch there. That's the gate he needs over there, gate 2. Huge gap to front. Gate 3 up that ginormous rock. Now, it's got to get up 3B. So 3A was there, 3B is up on top of that branch there. So can use it. This is like a move that Borja is going to love, I think. They just called the 5. Well, they called the 5. I think he went to the left of it. Yes. I mean, I'm not too sure there what happened there. Has he got time to get 3C, though? 3C, I believe, is up the end there. No, he's already got 3C, so that's the 30 points. Now, that definitely is because of the tape that's flapping away there. Must stay within the tape. I think they were just saying that he was so close there. I think I saw him go on that, but, you know, it was very tight there. I would have called the observer's decision on that as well, but they did go back against it, which is very rare to see the observers do that. Dynamite Danny Baron now into the section.
You need to get it perfect first time pretty much. This is a very, very exciting round. You're very lucky here today, guys. What a spectacular final it's showing up to be.
That's Danny's father there wearing the Dave shirt, which is, of course, Danny and Vera. DA for Danny and VE for Vera. That is the formidable.
What makes this first move so difficult is the fact that there's nothing underneath it.
Oh, what a great obstacle that is. Very tough obstacle. That's 1A. 1B. So he's through, but no points, unfortunately. Now, 2 is on the very end of that tree there. Slipping a little bit on the bucket there. It's got to go again. Wow. Huge gap here. He's in. There you go. Now, he's got points on the board now. 10 points for the Spaniard. Now, gate 3A on the right-hand side of this rock. Careful of the tape on the left. Now he's got to get up to 1:13 on time. Now, using this rock here. Really cool design section, this. Freebie. 4A's on the end there, which we didn't see.
Yeah, really tricky how these sections have been set out, forcing the riders to perform with little extra moves.
150. He's only got 10 seconds left to try and get some points here. Vamos, Danny, say the crowd. Huge gap and to nothing. Wow, with the switch, has he got time to get through it? That he didn't get the points on that last gate. Emil there saying he's adamant that the time was out. He said the front wheel was through at 2 minutes, but not the rear wheel. Yeah.
Very tough. Let's give it up to Danny Baron, everyone. Give it here.
What was the points on that one? He didn't get that last gate. Yeah.
So it's only 20.
That should only be 20 points there. Marty Vereda now. The man behind the trials cards you know and love. Another big, well, all of our riders are big ambassadors for the sport, but he also has the Trials Pass Collective. He's also the owner of a huge website of resources that tracks all of the wins of previous trials history for years and years and years. An interesting archive and record. He's going up to front here. Wow, a rolling up to front. That's a technique I fully endorse. Go for this, Marty. The kicker is sort of working, but not. Vamos, Marty. That's it, he's in. Now, probably a similar technique, I guess, up to 1B here. Now, 10 points there.
Now again, this gnarly gap, humongous gap onto the log.
Huge gap over to the log.
Both wheels. Yes!
Takes the same line as Danny Baron, just using that little nubbling of a log there to get him through. That gets him to the 20 points. This is the rock that they face from this angle. Look at that. Got to keep to the right of the rock, though, because there is tape along there. But they can reuse the other side once they clear the tape to get up to He's taking a bit of a side up here rather than rolling up. Wow, on the front wheel there. Almost like he sort of fell into that one. I think he went a little bit earlier than he wanted to, but time is so tight on this section, you can't really have a second go at this. Gate 4, obviously between those, waving little flags there. Oh. Saved it though, he didn't get around that tape. He got around the tape successfully. Oh, taking off a little bit too early there. Can another Spaniard can anyone get through gate number 4? Is it the stopper? Danny did it, but he ran out of time, so he didn't actually get the points for the man, the only rider to get that side hop. I'll keep copying up what you say anyway. In we go. 300 of you joining now. Give us some comments, some likes. It's me, Tom from Shin Dig. I'm doing the filming and the commentary here, so I'm all alone here. Let me know what's going on. Straight to rear wheel, but not first time, like we saw with Ollie Waitman. Rear brake just slipping there. They are the best pads that you can get in trials, but really putting them to the edge of their abilities. Rolling up to front, nice work there. So no points yet from Julian. Huge gap there. Holding it on the front and through that gate. Now he's got points. Now he's got the 10 points. Oh, having to go for a second go on this. That is the thing, just with how long these sections are, they can't really afford to take multiple goes here. Yes, that's what he needed. Humongous stuff here. Now, can he do 4A? Must approach it from this direction. Can you see there is some tape on the floor there? And please do share the link round. Let everyone know that we are here live in Aarhus, Denmark for one of the best competitions of the season on the calendar. Keep the balance there. Vamos, he does it. Has he? They said no. Emil saying no. He's out of time again. Same as Danny Barron earlier. This is a really difficult. Look at the height of this.
Really unfortunate. Two of the riders getting that gate 4, but not on time. So they only have 2 minutes to clear these sections. If it's done outside of that 2 minutes time, they don't collect the point. So
How will Jack Coffey take the bucket? Very easily up to front, keeping it all on the rear wheel. Joker!
he is trying to get to the end of this section. We haven't seen any
Wow!
so Jack really pushing.
Yes! Front to back.
Incredible. Yeah, definitely on the comments there. What a steez. That is just so smooth, casual and chill. As we always say, it never looks like he ever gets out of first gear, this man. Yeah, he knows how to work under pressure. He knows his score is very good so far. If he can get through this, he's going to be the best scorer in this section. No one's done it yet. Really holding himself on the rear wheel. 2-2 for A. They said a 5. He's come off to the side of it. Wow. This is really stopping us. Ah, 3C. Incredible, even for Jack.
Now, if this is testing the #1 rider, it's really showing the level.
There is Mr. Charlie Rolls with support there from Alba behind him there. There we go. Charlie Rolls, Rolls by name, Rolls by nature, motoring through here, keeping that speed there. Wow. Yes, great work, Charlie. Can he be the first rider to get 40 points or more in this section? Now, line himself up for this janky gap from the right. Little switchy through to front. Speedy now. That gives him a lot of time to try and attack this gate 4A. It is a big power move, but also a finessement of a move as well. Just try and get this if the sun will allow me. With the switch, holds it. 4B. There's the 40 points. Huge gap here up to this one. Does the bike fit? It does. I don't think Olaf knew that. 5B, 50 points. What a ride now. Can he get gate 6? Has he got the time? The crowd is going absolutely mental now. Can he get him out of this section? It's an underhanging rock. He's got to get up and to the right. Up he goes. He's in. He's out! Steve points. Wow. That has opened up the competition now. That has put the pressure on, folks. Jack Carthy is behind. Charlie Rolls, 110 points, your current race leader. That is now difficult for Jack. I'm sure Jack doesn't actually probably even know or care. He's just going to ride to how he wishes to do. Jack Carthy is in the second position at 80 points, and Danny Barron and Ollie Waitman are tied at 60 points for third position. Let's continue. Straight up intersection is Oliver Waitman. Gate number 1, 2A. Yeah, 2B is up on that pipe there. So he's got to get this tiny little rock here. Turn into the hanging hook. That's going to save him a lot of time rather than go back down. Great shout out to you, Damon Watson. We've got the Danish riders who absolutely still admire you. They'll be very pleased you're tuned in to watch this. Gap through 2C and 2D. I'm probably in the way. Free A, very smooth through there. You can see there's tape either side. It's just forward only. And then 3B here. He's going to take this as a weird sidewards position. It might hook in, I don't know, but takes it as a hook. 30 points for the Derbyshireman. A previous junior world champion on the 20-inch. He, like Charlie Rolls and some of the other riders, started on the smaller wheels, then went to the bigger wheels and absolutely dominating at these competitions. Having to be so careful back through there, but unfortunately, the observer calling the fact that. So this is what they're up against here in 4A. Tape, either side. If you don't know the rules, the tape is pretty much a wall. They are not allowed to cross over that. And when he came backwards through it, he, of course, did a 180 over this tape, and that's what means the end of his ride. 30 points, though, which puts him on 110, so he's still fighting for that podium position. Danny Barron starting into the section now. Different approach for gate number 1. Wow. We saw Ollie somehow motor up that. Not sure how he did. Now, 2A. I think he's going to want to hold on this rock. Yep, turn it round. And similar to what Ollie did, I'm sure he'll want to turn on this rock in front of him there. Hold it. He's back down. That's going to cost a bit of time. He's going to bounce off the lower rock, maybe. Yes. Dynamite Danny Baron, powering his way, shooting his way up there. Now, there is a 2C down there, gapping down to it. He is using it. We saw Ollie gap directly over. Both methods work.
1 minute 2.
Now. Danny taking this little bit of a similar approach to Ollie. I think he's going to be going for some sort of a hook here. Just getting the rear tyre presumably on the where the white and the blue paint meets. Oh, slipping through there. It's not Danny's competition. Slipping out there. 20 points for the Spaniard there. Let's go get some crowd reactions. We've got a huge crowd supporting everyone here in Aarhus and Denmark. Crowd absolutely loving this and going wild. Great festival vibes here in Aarhus. Now, for Marty Vareda. Will he power up? I think he's looking straight up into this. Or is he going to take the lower rock? Getting all that run up there. Doesn't get it first time though. Going to try the similar route to what Danny Baron did, bouncing in from this smaller rock. He's in. 10 points for Marty. 2A is in. The observer's looking very closely if the pedal's going down. Will he be able to hold it on the rock here? Holding it there. No. Ollie made that look so easy, just how he was able to turn and go straight up into the hook. So the plan B now is to take this lower rock here. Same as what Danny Baron did. I think they better get it from static, surely. He's going to use that rock and turn again. Yeah, that's it. That's what he needs. 2B, a lower rock there, 2C. Or does he take the larger gap? He takes the larger gap, passing through 2C and 2D. Winner, 30 points for Marty, but obviously a few attempts at that pipe in the middle there. 145, he's only got about 15 seconds to sail this. Hold it, back through it. That's how you got to hold it, to go backwards through that rock. No. Mr. Charlie Rolls there, just seeing how he will do this. Will he slip like Danny Baron, or will he mountain goat it and somehow stick to it? One man we want to see in this section is Mr. Julian Insanes, the only man that got that huge side hop at the beginning. Absolute monster of a man. Julian Insanes in the membrane. Oh, it doesn't get the rock in the first go though. There we go. To a down. But he's off that rock. I think he's probably realised that's the easier way of doing it. Will Julian be able to hold it? I think he can make it stick. He is a really dynamic rider, Julian. Yes. Doesn't even do the hanging hook. That's going to save him a lot of time there. He needs that after the slower start. A lot of compression of the rear tyre there. He's coming my way now for gate 3A. Now look how thin this is. It's thin and big. Look at the textures of that rock. Oh, silky smooth. He's there. Woo! 3B, 30 points for Julian. Can he get the best points in this section? This is 4A through this tricky knife edge rock. I'll try to get you a better angle once he progresses through. Speeding through. Look at that. Now he's cleared that rock, he can now opt for a different method of getting up to 4B. 4B is on the very end, that rock there. He can't use any other rocks here. What on earth, that is huge. Unfortunately though, not getting the points. 30 points though, but that's a difficult section here. Wow, this is really testing the rider's ability. Can Mr. Carthy do this? I don't think he's probably even concerned about the fact he's behind at the moment. He probably doesn't even know the fact because he's very much a competitor in that he just does what he wants to do. He doesn't need to look at the leaderboards and know where he is. He will just ride to the best of his abilities, and that is usually what he needs to win. Taking a different route here, coming from the rock. Goes for the safety of the hanging hook there. Taking the huge gap down. 2D, 20 points. Popping on through there. So interesting here because Jack is left foot forward, but he's taking it the wrong side and so close with the pedal there. I think that is more favourable because it's less likely to slip when coming from that direction. Maybe he saw Danny slip and think, you know what, I'm going to take it from a different direction. Maybe he just knows what to do because he is that world champion. Having a little bit of time on top there, casually hopping across. Gapping over there. Being very careful not to go through gate 6B. Six A. 1 minute 43, so we've got about 17 seconds left to get this. Yes, 6B, 6C, he's out. 60 points for the Yorkshireman. Back to you, Matt and Steve, if you can't hear that. Olin's just saying that 9 seconds was left on the clock for Jack to get through that. Perfectly designed sections. Now, over to you, Charlie Rolls. Rolling on in. Yeah, rather than the power move up. Looks like he's going to be taking this lower rock here. 2B is hanging in there, he's clearing the marker. Yeah, Dave, it is like chess. It very much is a case of putting pressure on the other riders, putting them into positions that is very difficult. Obviously, Charlie has got the margin, but he's going to need to definitely get a much clearer margin. Charlie also left foot forward, but taking it from the tighter side here. But has he seen something no one else has? So close on the tape there. He makes it stick. He doesn't slip. That's 30 points for the man of Longstow, Cambridge. He's actually a farmer in his day job and has to often ride late at nights because it's the best time for him to do it, especially in the harvest season when he spends many long hours in the tractor, making us all wet here. Got through that gnarly gate there. But I think he wants to use that to get up, the same way that Jack did. I think he had too much emphasis through that. Yeah, little tweak that gap. Incredible. Now he's got to get 6A there. Wow, to gate 5 there. Now that was incredible because he had to stick. Just going over the section there. I had to sort of pause to realise what was going on there. So to get to gate 5, he had to go on this side of the marker. His frame was so close and gapping over to 5 there. And then unfortunately just going over the marker there. So I think he's still our race leader. Just going to get the scores from Mr. Rogers here. Charlie Rolls still the race leader with 160 points. Jack Carthy on 140 points. And Oliver Waitman on 90 points. So just giving him 10 points over Danny Baron, who is on 80 points. And also tied with Julian Sainz. So currently it's the GB in the top 3. But we're only into section number 4. There's Mummy Rolls there. Could this all be an all-GB podium? I'm not biased, honest, but definitely giving the Spaniards a good run for their money. In he goes, 1A. There's tape on the top there. 1B is up this. Making it a breeze. There's 10 points for Mr. Oliver Waitman. 2A, very thin there. Would have ideally liked to have stayed on that obstacle because trouble is with 2E, you can't actually go from the same direction here. I think he's just going to aim for the gate and hope it goes through. Yes, it does. 20 points there. Would have liked to have held it on there, I think, because he could have got the gap drop gap down to 3B. 30 points. Great ride here. This is putting pressure on the Spaniards, who are just 10 points behind him. Apologies there, excuse me. Huge side up here. They can't go over. Holding it. Very clever usage of tape there. 40 points there. 5A is on the back of these blue blocks here. Going, oh, wow. Very slippy on that concrete there. I think they called the 5 because I think his front wheel went out here. Ula just making that a little bit tighter there, as he wants. He was grinning like a Cheshire cat all of yesterday. He loves making these sections. He loves pushing the ability of all the riders who get to come and grace these courses.
It's technical and it's power and everything.
He was saying that if you didn't hear that, he's so happy because it's technical, it's power, it's everything. I think that's the definition of trials, right? It's so great to have assets to the sport like Ula of Trials Action Denmark. Big man, obviously, at the Viborg Trial Club and helping out there as well. Viborg. We're just catching up now with Danny Baron. Oh, I see now about not being able to hold it because there is actually tape on 2B there. So it forces you to go over once and then back on yourself. I wonder if there's any other different ways of interpreting this obstacle. I think so. There might be the opportunity to hop backwards, who knows. The other riders are still looking at the angles to see if it works. Danny Baron powering through. Doesn't go for the drop gap, but it is a big throw and slightly to angled. Switching through, 30 points for Danny. Come on. Can he match or claw his way back to that third position? Yeah, Dave, I mean, obviously he has the honour of obviously setting the sections for these top riders and Charlie and such, but it's a really fine line. Has to put the foot down there. That's not a bad idea because it can be very easy to fall to the right. Time, 1:35, so just about 20 seconds left now for 1:40, so 20 seconds left for Danny Baron. He's going to get this tip. It's such a difficult turn there. How is anyone going to do that? Let me try get you a better angle of what's going on here. So you get to go through this step here. Now, they could go from the floor. There's nothing stopping them from doing that because the gate 5A is up the top there. But very little run up. I don't know which foot is going to favour it. You can see Jack there actually testing out his foot. He needs a set of Andrew Chai Creepy Crawler shoes. Then he would know if it would grip or not.
Really crazy move. These riders are certainly capable of that type of
Is there a run up here or not? Will it stick? It literally is like a puzzle. Julian coming back for another look. Right, Marty Vereda into the section. Yeah, it's not even wet paint, David. It's just raw concrete. Raw concrete. The sort of stuff that skateboarders love for the lack of friction. Polished concrete, should I say. Yeah. As I was saying earlier, it's an honour for them to be able to set the sections for the riders, but also not offend them and just put in either too easy stuff in or too hard stuff. It's really difficult to make sections at this high level. It'd be interesting to see commentary afterwards of what the riders think. Yes, just kissing that gate flag there. Will Marty want to take on this weird, humongous drop gap here? I think he looked at it, but might as well play it safe. 30 points. Let's come around and get you a better angle of the side hop. A little bit smaller than the side up before, a bit more of a bigger platform, but very precise that you have to hold it on top. It's about a tyre width on top, about as wide as a rear tyre. So what are we talking? Probably like 2.5 inches wide at most. How will Marty do it? Is Marty going to be able to do this? He looks like he might be using... Whoa, has a little bit of a hold there. Yes! He makes it stick. Now he's got to come back for the hook.
He gets the points. Give him a round of applause.
Yeah, 40 points. 40 points for Marty. Now, Julian Insanes in the membranes. This man, he fully earns that title of being insane. We saw that ginormous side hop in the very first section, up the letter E, which I can only estimate is about 150 centimeters, but from the most gnarliest of takeoffs. Here we go. Now to the toast rack. Anything fun and creative here, or is he going to take the same line as anyone else? Straight up to rear wheel. Incredible. I think maybe he was probably relying upon the fact he could have held it on the rear wheel, maybe to gap over, but who knows here. Switching on the end there. 20 points for the Spaniard. Can he catch up with Mr. Waitman? He's going to have to get 50 points if he wants to become level with Oliver. Was he going to go for the gap? I don't know if that gap's even possible. Can anyone do it? That will save a lot of time if you could. Now, the side up. You saw him do the huge side up earlier. This one is just a little bit more precise. But importantly, they can't go over the tape there. Round a Mill's head. Oh, wow, nearly falling in the gap there. Now, can Julian do this? He is insane in the membranes. Wow, first time. Up to rear. I think he just passed over the tape at the end there. 40 points there. So still 10 points behind. I think he knows he's having a very good ride and he's riding to the best of his abilities. What about Mr. Carthy? Can anyone get the full 60 points here? He got 60 points in section 4. It's almost a head-to-head now between Mr. Carthy and Mr. Rolls of Great Britain. He's going to have to motor on through just to get through this. And let's go one attempt on that, yeah. I think the issue with what the riders are coming up against here is because it's so short on there. You don't want to dangle a front wheel over the tape, otherwise that could be the end of the ride. Now he's motoring in. Yep, 2A. Very good speed there. Yep. Up to 3A, down to 3B. Very nice. Now, side hop. Well within his size, but it is the control here. That this man is control, captain control. Has he got this? Wow. Just being so conservative with the body position to make sure it sticks. Just takes the pedal. But getting off the pedal, there we go. Wants to get that gate 5, I'm sure. Can he just do it from the floor? Can he bounce into it? Wow. The tyre was folding there. Now. Time. So tight, these sections. That could have just been the couple of attempts he took on that first gate could have made it. You literally have to get the move first time, otherwise you are not getting out of this section. A man who might be able to do it. The side up might be a bit large for him. What will he do on the side hop? Now, first time, that's what you need. That's good. Everyone in the comments here, I'm going to relay all your energy. If you can let me know who you want to win, I will make sure it gets delivered to the correct person. I will shout it in the stadium here. 2A, done for Charlie Rolls. 2B. Yes, speeding through, lovely.
No stopping, 3A done. Lincoln, you're missing.
Using the block there just to go really tight through there. Now, the Sid hop. Can he get the Sid hop? It is a huge Sid hop. Come on, Charlie. Goes for the pedal. Yeah. But, of course, didn't take multiple attempts. That might be the time he needs to get through this, to get the extra scores here. Very nice. Now coming around for the hook. Being very careful of the tape there. Come on, Charlie. He's asking the crowd to go nuts here. If he gets this. Yes!
I think he's happy with that.
Let's check the scores. The whole energy has gone wild here. I've got shivers down my spine at that performance. Incredible. 50 points there for Charlie. That means he is 30 points ahead of Jack Carthy. 210 points for Charlie, 180 for Jack, and 130 for Oliver Waitman, who has a 10-point lead over Julian Sainz. This could be an all-British podium, and Charlie needs just 30 points will get Charlie the win. That's all Charlie needs to become the European champion.
Another 6 riders to go. Incredible riding.
Let's get into section 5. So. Oliver Waitman into the section now. Currently in the 3rd position, fighting to hold that. Now, not much room here at all on this. One B. Sticks it. 2A is actually directly behind him, so he's going to have to get on the rear wheel and turn his way over to that tree there. Hold. He's taking a turn to the right. Obviously, fatigue could be setting in there towards the end. 2A. Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys. It's an absolute honour to do this. Not just my doing though, obviously you've got to thank Matt at Shin Dig Media for helping with the communication, putting this all together. The Copenhagen Events Company for inviting us back for another year here. He's now coming up for gate 3 here. Bouncing into front, 30 points. That is ginormous. It's about my chin height. Now, we've not had time to map these sections. 4A, just on the end here. Forward into 4B. Huge front back there. 40 points. This could be what he needs to get himself onto that podium. It's now a huge kicker for 5A. He's got the kicker. 5B, 5C. 50 points. He's having a fantastic ride here. Will it be enough? Yep, you heard it here, folks. That is apparently enough to secure him a place on the podium, but what place will Oliver be? Danny Baron in. One B. Now, looks like he's going to take a similar line up now. Keeping it high, turning round to get to 2A.
Big gap. Big gap. Yes. That's one.
And turning down to 2B. This is arm pump for days.
Give him a cheer, yes.
20 points. He makes his way round now, hopefully to gate 3. Look at the height of this. Just compare it with the observers. And these are tall observers, I must say. Forward. No, not quite able to hold it. Yes, second time. He's got himself the 30 points there. Oh, here's the large gap here. Look at this, folks. Wow, wow. Now on for the kicker. Can he do this? Putting the pedal down there. I think he knows he's not going to go much bigger there. Great ride from Danny Baron. But unfortunately, it just wasn't his day. We saw his sister Vera take home the European jersey. Unfortunately, it's not a duo in the Baron household this time, but always a next time. Great fixtures here in the competition scenes. Here comes Marty Barreda of Spain. Straight up to 1B. Now, up onto this huge tree. The only way really of approaching it, they could use this lower log here, but I think they've all discussed or figured out that this is the easier way of doing this. And don't forget as well, we have the 20-inch finals after this, which is sometimes incredible to see the difference between the 20-inch riders and the 26-inch riders. Forward, Marty, holding it there. Wow, really sticking that. Now to 2B, sorry. Yes, 30 points for Marty. Just testing that kicker there on the first time round, even though he's not going to be going up now because he's going to be going for gate 4. That little tiny nubbin of a takeoff to front. Not quite enough to get through. He's going to have to go again. Come on, Marty. That's it. Vamos, Marty. Now, can he do the kicker? He's in. There's nothing to grip on the top. Oh, no. I think he knows that's the end of the ride. Look at the turnout of people here. This is fabulous. The final Spanish rider. Can Julian Sainz get this done? Can any rider get the full 60 points here? Yeah. Exactly where he needs to be for the next gate 1B. Powering through to rear wheel. That's quick. That's efficient. Looks like he's going to take a similar line to what Ollie did, so he's using this to then get himself into the hook position. Yeah. Yeah, they've actually taped up the back of the tree to ensure they can't use the back of the tree. Big gap, and you've got to hold it, which he has done. And down. Now, gate 3, I think it'll just go rolling through to front here. No, with a bounce. Wow, that is ginormous. That's got to be about 155 centimeters. And it's on a weird angle as well. Oh, just not quite taken off well there. I think he's okay there. Incredible. We'll give you a full breakdown of the scores as we go. Final 2 riders into the section. Yeah, Jack is going to need to push here. He is down by about 30 points, I believe. Thank you for the comment, Damon. Very nice to know how you're watching this. Be sure to stay tuned for the 20-inch because they sometimes get this. They've all got to turn to the right, I believe, because there's tape on the back of that tree there. Huge gap, and you've got to stick it, which he has done. Go drop down to the lower part. Some of you asked who's going to be riding the new Krukers. It looks like Jack is, by the looks of it. Really short here. Roll into front. That lovely horse that hold there. He's actually jamming the rear wheel in there. That's an incredible technique of control. A kicker. Can he get the kicker? Easy. Putting down the ladder there. Has he got time for the full 60? .6A. Can he get himself the 6B? And out. He got the full 60 points. Wow. Wow, what a ride. Mr. Charlie Rolls to go next. Through gate 1A, down to 1B. So Jack's on 240 and Charlie comes into this section with 210 points. Therefore, he needs just 30 points to secure his European jersey. Can he do it? He's up. You've got to turn around to the right to avoid the tape there. Apologies on the angle. Goes to the lower bit. What did he gap to? No one saw that. Did you see that little perch there? Using all of the available tree. This is it. It's a big up. This is the one obstacle that he needs. He is now your European champion. He has done it. He now is tied with Jack, but because he's got more 50s, that will ensure he is the European champion. Come on. Well. Just further cementing this lead here, if possible, because it is a tie currently with Jack. Come on, Charlie. Wants that little one, and a big gap to front. Sticks it. He's done it. 250 points. Up the kicker. 5A, down there. He's floating on air. How did he roll down that? He is now riding for enjoyment. Wow! 60 points! What a ride! What a ride! Words, Charlie.
Oh. Crazy. Just, I don't even know what to think. So good to win.
Bit of camaraderie there from Jack. Wow, look at the time there from Ula. There was just 1 second left. That is a well-designed section. Oh my word. Incredible. Let me give you the rundown of the rest of the podium. I'm just going to go find Matt. Matt, what was the podium positions there? Sorry, the top podium. So an all-British podium here at the European Championship in Aarhus. All British. So that's Charlie in the first position, Jack in the second position with 240 points, Oliver Waitman at 180 points, and Danny Barron fourth, Marty Rada fifth, Julian Sainz also, in the sixth position. They all tie in on 150 points. Not a day for the Spanish, a full G podium. What a race this has been, but don't go anywhere because you're going to come right back for the 20-inch, which is going to be starting very soon. Thank you very much and see you there.